Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this scarf. It's a traditional scarf, so it's just a really long scarf that you can wrap around. And for this I used 2 Karen tea cakes in the color Oolong. This is what I have left over from the last cake that I used. So this is the label. It's called Karen tea cakes. This specific one is in the color Oolong, and it's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So if you're allergic to wool, you're going to want to use a different yarn, probably just acrylic yarn. This is a super bulky yarn, but if you look at it, it's more of a bulky weight, I would say. Because here I have, this is Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick, and this is super bulky. So you can kind of tell that there's a difference. So this is, I feel like this is a true super bulky, and this is just a bulky. You can still use a super bulky alternative if you'd like, but you'll probably want to up your hook size from what I'm using for this Karen Cake tea yarn. So the hook I'm using is a 9mm hook. This is Clover & More. This is considered an M/N hook. I know in the boy brand, I think it's just considered an N hook, and it's a 9.0mm. So to get started, we're going to make a slip knot. And we're going to chain 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the width of this scarf is about 7.5 inches. If you'd like the width to be wider or not as wide, all you have to do is add or decrease the number of chains. There's no specific multiple of chains to add or decrease. So once you have your chain, we are going to half double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. So it's 1, 2, 3. Half double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. So we're going to half double crochet all the way across. Okay, once you have your first row of half double crochets, chain up 2, 1, 2. And this is when we are going to start doing the paired half double stitch. So this is a stitch that I found in a crochet stitch dictionary. If you're interested in the stitch dictionary I'm using, I'll link it below so you can see which one that I have. So we chained up 2, and now we're going to half double crochet 2 together. So how we're going to do that is we're going to yarn over, we're going to insert our hook into the first space there, pull up a loop, yarn over again, and now we're going to insert into that second space, pull up a loop, Now you should have 5 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 5. And that's how you do a half double crochet 2 together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing again, but instead of working in the next space and then that next space, we're actually going to start in the last stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into that last stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over. You should have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5. So that is basically how you do the stitch. So we're just going to continue doing that. We're going to do half double crochet 2 together over these 2 spaces. So we start in our last stitch and then in the next stitch. And then again, start in that last stitch and the next stitch. So go ahead and keep doing that all the way across. The main thing to remember is when you start the half double crochet 2 together, you need to start where you left off, because basically this is decreasing. So if you don't go into that last stitch in the beginning, you're basically going to decrease all the way across, and then that will leave you with not as many stitches as you need. So this way, when we're starting in the last stitch and the next stitch, we will maintain our stitch count. And then for our last stitch in the row, we will be working into the chain 2. So this was the beginning chain. So we'll work in the last and then also in the chain 2 in the beginning. Sometimes it's hard to see where the chain 2 is, so if you need to, you could use stitch markers. Just place it there so you know where the last stitch is, so you don't miss any stitches. So for the next row, chain up 2, and we're going to do the same exact thing. So we're going to half double crochet in this space, half double crochet 2 together over the first 2 spaces. And if you're using stitch markers to mark the end of your rows, this is when you'll want to place a stitch marker here so you know this was your first stitch. And then half double crochet over these 2. And keep doing that all the way across. So that's basically all you're going to do for this scarf. Make it as long as you want. The scarf that I made is 84 inches, and I know a lot of measuring tapes aren't 84 inches. I think this one's like 60 inches. So what I did to measure this was I folded it in half, and then I just measured the half and then multiplied by 2. So then you can get your measurement that way if you need to. So yeah, that's basically all you need to do to make this scarf. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to see more crochet tutorials, you could subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.